Are you ready? Ah! Hi, hello. I gotta get my notes. My screensaver reminder says, how is this faith thing going? I have little screensavers that say different things, like, heart will you soften? And how is this rest thing going? And remember who the real enemy is. Hi, welcome. It's so good to see you again, even though I can't see you, but I just wanted to say that. Okay, so in my life, I have a lot of people asking, like, how have I done the things that I have done? I'm 23 years old, and I live a pretty fantastic life, if I do say so myself. I'm very happy. I think that's the thing too, is like I'm very joyful in my life, especially when I'm in alignment and when I'm in flow. That was incredibly intentional. Like, I did not get there on accident. And in fact, some days you have to fight for it. Like, some days you really and truly have to fight for your happiness, for your contentment, for your peace of mind, and for the life that you actually want to live. So I went through and made a list of like the 7 steps, the 7 things that I would recommend that you start doing if you're in a place in life where you're unhappy, or you know that you are capable of so much more, you know that you could have this life that you can like envision in your mind, but you don't know how to get there. So here's how I would recommend for you to start. Number 1, acknowledge that you will not be happy if you're waiting on other people. Your happiness will not be yours if you are letting other people control it. Okay, so you have to take radical responsibility for the fact that your life is your life. It's purely internal. You have to decide that you want to change your life in order for your life to change. And until you're ready to do that, it's just going to keep going on as it's been going. Okay, number 2, you have to get up the courage to go do things on your own. Yeah, the cure for loneliness is spending time alone. I know that sounds radically incorrect, but I promise that once you befriend the one person that is with you for your entire life, your loneliness will ease. That's you, by the way. You're the one person you have for your entire life. I truly and honestly believe that the best way to improve your relationships with the people in your life is to improve your relationship with yourself first. That has to be the most important, because that is the core, that is the center of who you are. And if you cannot enjoy the presence of your own being, then how are you going to believe other people when they say that they do? So, like, I don't even want to say guilty pleasure, because we're not doing guilt. We're not doing that. We are embracing the things that bring us pleasure. I love to go to a coffee shop, and I love to sit with my little journal and my little book and read and look at the world. And I bring my computer and I write and I create all kinds of things. So I do that often. I go to coffee shops. I was there yesterday. I'm probably going to sit at one today and just have my little solo time, my little sacred solitude time. I'm probably sitting at a coffee shop right now editing this, or I'm sitting in this chair editing this. We'll see. Editing me. Where am I? Go. That was so nerdy of me. Okay. I have gone on so many adventures because I decided that one day to not wait for other people in order to be happy. I've traveled the world by myself. I've gone on camping trips by myself. I literally have driven the entire west coast of the United States by myself. The day after graduation from college, I said bye, and I took off on a road trip, and I went up to Ashland, Oregon, and back down to Central California for like a week before I got to start my summer contract at the theater I was working at. That was the best. Anyways, point being, artist dates. Julia Cameron, The Artist's Way. This freaking book changed my life. Like, really and truly changed everything for me. So, if you're watching this video, there's a good chance that you are aligned with this book and should probably take a good look at it. It's called The Artist's Way, A Spiritual Path to Higher Creativity. I did not believe in God. I didn't believe in God. Not at all. I didn't even like the word. And I did this, and I had a lot of resistance to it, and she talks about that. But when I tell you that taking this path into my creativity opened me up to a world of wonder and a world of curiosity and a world of coincidences and synchronicities and beauty that I didn't even know existed. This shit. This shit changed my life. I've even gone back since. I did it in 2020, and I've even gone back since and like redone pieces of it. And it's amazing going back and seeing how much you've grown. So, highly recommend. I'll probably do a full video on that later. But Julia Cameron, in that book, she talks about artist date, taking your inner artist, your inner child on a date. So that's a great way to start going places by yourself, because you're taking your inner child, inner artist on a date. What are some options? Like I said, local coffee shop, bring a book, bring a journal, bring a sketchbook, go to the park and bring a snack. Or what else did I write? Go on a long walk with your camera and snap pictures of the things that make you feel something. Things that are beautiful, things that are interesting, things that are confusing to your brain. Whatever it is, capturing the beauty and capturing anything that makes you feel good or anything that makes you feel. That'd be a fun artist date. One time, I took my inner child out for ice cream and we got a full Sunday, baby. We got the entire Sunday and it was great. Put down a blanket at a pretty park and draw trees and eat snacks. Sounds like a pretty good artist date to me. Go do stuff by yourself. If you're afraid of being alone, face that fear head on. Go do stuff by yourself. It can be scary, but people really don't care and they're not going to judge you. And in fact, it's like such a power move. It's such a power move to go do things by yourself. In going on adventures, start small. Especially if this is overwhelming and scary to you, like start really, really small. Go to the cafe on the corner in your neighborhood and sit for an hour with a book. Start there. And then grow bigger and bigger and bigger. Take the train. If the place that you live has trains, take the train somewhere beautiful. Go to the beach by yourself. Go climb a mountain and sit on the top of the mountain and breathe. I don't know, whatever it is, just go do stuff by yourself. Start small, work your way up. Only do the things that make you happy. Only the things that make you happy, okay? Number 3, clear out the gunk. This one is so liberating. And it's hard, and it's a process, but it's so good. It's so good. Clear out the gunk. Like, I'm talking in all aspects of life. Physical stuff, get rid of the crap in your life that does not add any value, but just takes up space. Get rid of it. Donate it. Throw it away if it's not donatable, but mostly try to donate if you can. Apps on your phone, get rid of them. Clear it out. Take a break from social media if you need to. Speaking of social media, if you're not going to take a break from it, clear out your For You page. Clear out the people that you follow that don't make you feel good, that don't make you feel supported, that don't make you feel empowered. When I very, very first started this journey, I was in my teens and I had a lot of body image issues. And so I went through and I unfollowed anybody who posted skinny bikini pics of themselves. Unless it was like a close friend of mine, then of course I celebrated them. But if it was like an account dedicated to being thin, I unfollowed. And I intentionally went and followed body positive and body neutral accounts because that was what my little like 15-year-old self needed at that point in time. Clean up your social feeds, clean up the stuff that you are consuming. Unfortunately, we live in a consumer culture, and if we are consuming things, we at least have some control over what we are consuming. So stop consuming all of the gunk. And if you can, delete your social media for a little bit. It's so freeing. Like, 2 of the happiest years of my life were when I deleted Instagram from my phone. This was pre-TikTok. I was so happy. And then I started like building a career as an actor and as a performer. And I was like, damn it, this is actually helpful and I need this so I can keep people in the loop. And now I have it back. But that's okay. Beliefs in your mind. Yes, we have to clear out the old beliefs and we have to reprogram new beliefs. This is like a topic that could go so deeply, so I'm not really gonna actually go into it in this video, in this chat, because this deserves its own like entire thing. But your beliefs create the world around you. It is quantifiably proven that your thoughts and your emotions create your reality. So if you have self-deprecating thoughts and beliefs and self-limiting beliefs, they're going to rule your life, not you. And you have to consciously reprogram them. It's exhausting. It's exhausting and it's a process and it takes a long time. but it is possible. And you have to start by interrupting the negative beliefs and saying, that is not true. Just start there. Is that true? No, that's not true. So I'm choosing not to believe it and drop it. Drop it. Let go of it like a balloon. Let it float away. And finally, people in your life. Yes. Oftentimes when you are growing and when you are evolving and you are moving from one version of yourself in your life to another, people are going to fall away. It's actually a good sign. It's not easy. Sometimes it sucks. Oftentimes it can suck because you feel like you're losing maybe people who are important to you. Either you are intentionally choosing to distance yourself from them because they are not living a healthy lifestyle, or they are not engaging in your friendship and in your relationship in a way that is supportive, but in a way that is destructive. And sometimes, as you grow, you just naturally move away from people. You just naturally grow apart. And that's okay too. It can feel like it fucking sucks and like your world is falling apart. But you have to create space in order for the new version of your life to move through. You have to create space for it. So all of this, you are clearing the way for the next thing to come through. I like to think of it like planting a garden. You are planting the garden of your life. And unless you dig the hole, create the space, remove the stuff that is in the way of growth, and fertilize the soil. That's your beliefs. That's the people that you surround yourself with. Unless you dig the hole and fertilize the soil and water it and give it the care that it needs, it's not going to grow. If your garden is overgrown with weeds and the soil is rock solid and dry, nothing's going to grow there. Your life is your garden. You have to tend to it. You have to care for it. You have to nurture it. Speaking of nurturing it and caring for it, your space is so important. Your outer environment directly reflects your inner environment. So if you are constantly living in a state of messiness and of dirtiness, that's going to reflect internally as well. Now, I am not pretending to be like perfect at this in any way whatsoever, but when your space feels good, it just changes everything. It changes everything for your space to feel good. So fill it with things that make you feel good. Fill it with things that are beautiful. For me, what makes me feel good is color, plants, and light. Literally. Literally color, plants, and light. And matcha. ASMR. I like to fill my space with pictures of myself and my cat. Books. What else do I have? I have a disco ball planter. Again, light my diffuser's on right now with some smell that's pleasant. I don't know. Fill your space with things that feel good. Get rid of the stuff that doesn't feel good. Anything that doesn't feel like you anymore. Anything that feels like it's taking up space without adding value back to your life. Get rid of it. Clear it out. You don't need that. You don't need it. Create space for the things that feel good in your life and then invite those things in. Buy yourself fresh flowers or buy yourself a dried bouquet of flowers and then you have flowers forever. I like doing that. Moment of appreciation for her. You're beautiful and I love you. Again, this is a bullet point list, and I've probably already gone deeper into this than I need to for a bullet point list, but remember that you have to clear the space in order to allow the new things to come in to your life. Number 4, start journaling. I know you've heard it all the time, but there's a freaking reason that you hear it all the time. Journaling literally changed my life. Mine's right here. This is my journal. I journal so much. You can see where my pen is. I'm almost done with it. Journals usually last me about an average of 3 months. This has become more notes this time. I don't know, it's interesting. It fills it with poetry. I have class notes in here. I have meeting notes from the projects that I'm working on. All kinds of stuff. But journal. I fill these things with my life. Stream of consciousness, 3 pages. Start there. I cannot tell you how many times I have revisited my old journals to go track down some pattern in my life or to try to figure out, wait, is that what was happening at that point in my life? Let me go check my journals. I had this pretty big trigger situation going on in my first year of conservatory, of college, and I was able to use my my journals to track when this experience, this sensation in my body started and what triggered it. And I was able to track the entire thing over the course of like 6 months because I had my journal and I had those dates and I just had little bits that let me know what was happening when. Plus, it's really fun to go back and like see what, you know, how you've grown. So it's like, it's good in the moment. It's good in the moment because it's helping you to clear things out and helping you to like sort through and sift through, at least for me, all the stuff in my brain that is happening all the time and just running rampant all the time because my brain's very quick. It just helps me put it all into perspective, put it all on the page, and then I don't have to carry it anymore. And future me, I write for future me, always. There's a lot of different ways to get started journaling. I would say go buy yourself a journal that's really pretty, that you love, that you want to write in. People say you can start with any old notebook. I say start with something that feels good. I say go to the local paper store that has kind of the nicer journals if you can afford it. Hopefully, it's something you can splurge yourself on. Let it be an artist date. And go find something that you love the cover of. You love the cover of, it's beautiful, that you don't mind, you know, whatever the spine is. If you like spiral notebook, get a spiral. I switch around. I do different stuff every time. Make sure that you like the paper, the color of it, the feel of it. Make sure that the line width is good for your handwriting. Find a journal that you love that you want to write in. And then get a pen that you love. Mine is the Uniball, like 0.7 or something. I don't know. I like the kind of thicker ones. But get a pen you want to write with and a journal you want to write in so that your journaling is actually a pleasurable situation, a pleasurable experience, and not something that you're forcing yourself to do. And then just write. Stream of consciousness. You can literally start with, I don't know what to write because I'm never done this before and I feel kind of silly, and am I not saying anything that is of use, and why do I think that I'm not saying anything that is of use? Where does that come from? And then suddenly your stream of consciousness takes you somewhere and you just let it take you somewhere. 3 pages, longhand, journaling. That's it. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to accomplish anything. You just have to write stream of consciousness. That's it. Just start journaling. I promise you. It's going to change some shit for you. I promise. Oh, I wrote this and I think it's really great, so I'm going to read it to you. If you start with, I don't know what to write, I feel stupid, is this any good, I feel like I should be writing something important, then you're right on track. Keep writing until that gunk washes out and something new can come through. We need the gunk just as much as the glow. I wrote that sitting on a train. Write your gunk, girly. Clear the gunk. Clear from here to here. We need the gunk. Number 5, tune into your body. Why did this turn into a Hamilton thing? No! No! This is the one home you will have for your entire life, and you have to take good care of it. At the most basic level, it is eating good food, drinking lots of water, and getting enough rest. At a deeper level, it is tuning in. It is asking your body, what do I need right now? What would support me? Literally, do this with me right now, wherever you are. If you can close your eyes, close your eyes. If it is not safe to, do not close your eyes. Please be safe. But just tune into your body. Feel where you are connected to the seat or the ground. Feel your physical body. Imagine your bones. Imagine the bones of your feet. The bones of your feet and your knees and your hips and your spine. Imagine your spine going from the very, very base of your spine, your tailbone, all the way up, curving up through your body. Your ribs encasing your heart and your lungs, those crucial organs that are keeping you going, bringing air in and out and blood flowing through your body. Follow your spine as it goes up into your skull, where your beautiful brain is running your life. Feel your skull, your arms, your hands, and just imagine this skeleton that you have. And then all the muscles and the organs that are in there. This beautiful sack of meat you get to inhabit in this lifetime. You get one. You get this one. And whether or not it looks the way you want it to look, whether or not it works the way you want it to work, it is here. It is here, and it is functioning enough for you to be listening to this right now. So say thank you, body, and ask your body, what do you need right now? My body wants a wiggle, and it wants a stretch. Thank you, body. That was nice. I needed that. And then give your body what it needs. I'll probably do a more thorough stretch later, but it feels good to just kind of wiggle a little bit. Oh, gotta take care of your body. It's the one home you will have for your entire life. Number 6, start recognizing people in their fullest humanity and start to understand that we're all just a reflection of each other. This could get heady. That's okay. No human on this planet is perfect, and the expectation of perfection is harmful. It really and truly is. I think cancel culture is ridiculous. I think expecting people to be perfect all the time and never say something incorrect or wrong is in and of itself incorrect and wrong. We are human. We make mistakes. That is how this works. We are here on this planet to go through the gauntlet of human life and make the mistakes and figure it out as we go. Compassion for other people starts with compassion for yourself. So if you find yourself being incredibly judgy of other people, take a look inside. Where are you judging yourself unfairly? Where can you offer yourself more compassion? And where can you give kindness to yourself and therefore to the people around you? Other people are just a projection of our internal landscapes. If somebody has a behavior or a quality that irritates you or that angers you, there's something there specifically that is triggering something inside of you. It is a reflection of what is happening on the inside. We're all doing our best. Everybody's always doing their best. At least that's what I like to believe. And you know what? I tend to have pretty good relationships with a lot of people because I can see that they are trying to do their best. And sometimes their best hurts other people. But I know that they are just acting from a place of the programming that they have. Whatever their safety mechanism is to push people away in whatever way they do, that's trying to keep them safe. Because something inside them doesn't feel safe. Something inside them long ago when they were a kid, most likely, learned to do certain things in order to protect them. When you start seeing the world from this perspective, it changes everything. The other piece of this is that the more you realize that other people's behavior has literally nothing to do with you, the more free you will be. Even if it seems like it's about you, it's not. Because again, we are projections of each other. We project onto other people what is happening inside of us. So as soon as you recognize that, you realize, oh, whatever is happening there that they are aiming at me doesn't have anything to do with me. There's so much peace in that. It's not easy. Again, it's not easy. None of this is easy. But that's what we are here to learn. Okay, number 7, this is like the core theme of everything. Returning home. Why did we decide that being self-centered was such a bad thing? I understand being self-absorbed, self-concerned only. Not so great. Because like I said, we're all connected. We are all so deeply connected. But we are told to be centered. We're told to be grounded. So what else should we be centered on other than ourselves? That's my question. So finding home within yourself, that's the only thing that makes logical and emotional and spiritual sense to me. Start the practice of returning home to yourself. This is something that is going to be different for everybody, and I'll tell you what it feels like for me most of the time, and bear with me because it's a little bit of a weird analogy, but it works for me, so whatever works for you. So I like to imagine that I am an octopus. Not like actually an octopus, but I have all of these tentacles of energy that reach out as if into other people's pools, tide pools. Like I have my tide pool of myself and my home and my life, my orbit, my sphere. And I start to reach tentacles into other people's pools. It could be my friends who are going through something and I want to be there to support them. It could be friend drama that I get roped into that maybe I didn't want to be roped into. It could be career stuff, and suddenly I have tentacles in all these career things that don't actually feel good for me, whatever it is. And it's good to have your tentacles in different places. You don't want to be solely like this. But what happens is when I recognize the fact that I have all my tentacles in all these different pools and I'm stretched super thin and I'm not present at all in my own pool. There's not one tentacle of energy. This is such a weird metaphor. I love it. There's not one tentacle of energy that is in my own pool, feeding the energy through my own universe right here. Then I realize, no wonder I'm exhausted. No wonder I feel like a shell of myself. I'm giving everything to everybody else. So I start to look at those tentacles and see what can I pull back. I remember so specifically a moment. I was in my first year of conservatory. It was a couple months in, and I realized I was like sitting in the dance studio and I caught eyes with myself in the mirror and I recognized, oh, I've forgotten the home within myself that I have. I've gotten so wrapped up in this new conservatory life, in this new, it's very intensive. And so I got wrapped up in the new social circle of it all and all the auditions we were doing and all the classes. And I forgot my home within myself. So in this moment, I'm in the dance studio and I caught eyes with myself and I said, I'd like to come home now. And I felt my tentacles pull away from this friend drama over here and from this bad audition experience over here and from this worrying if my teachers are going to like me or not, if I'm going to be successful here. I just pulled it all back. And by pulling all my energy back, I was able to focus and go, okay, what really matters? What is really important? Why am I here? Coming back to center. It really does. I like the bones. I like looking at my bones in my mind. That's such a weird way to say that. But like we just did, imagining the structure of your body and just coming back to the structure of your body. And if you ever work with the chakra system, I like tapping back into my chakras. I do root to crown because it just helps me realign real quick. Tapping back into the earth and tapping into the sky and the energy of the cosmos. That's for my spiritual girlies out there. And that is all I have for you today. That was a lot more than I thought it was going to be. And I might be late to the farmer's market because that took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. The final two things that I want to say are, one, these are practices and they take time. And so I just ask you, please, to have patience with yourself and to love yourself through the process of building the life that you want. Because two, the second thing that I really, really, really need you to hear is that the life that you want, the life that you secretly envision but wouldn't tell anybody because it's too embarrassing or you think you're asking for too much, it is possible. You can do these things. You can do whatever it is you set your mind to. You just have to start believing it and start taking the aligned action to make it happen. So here's 7 aligned actions you can take in order to start that journey for yourself. Shh, trash truck is really, really loud. But if you're here and you're still listening to this right now, then you're well on your way. And I'm really proud of you for showing up. I really am, because it's not easy, but you're going to change your life. Like, as of now, you're going to start changing your life if you haven't already. And I'm so happy for you, and I'm so proud of you, and I hope you have a really, 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 really beautiful day.